Hey, what's going on, my little Tattle Tells? How y'all doing today? Well, if you're a Travis Scott baby, the first shoe has dropped. You have settled your first lawsuit at Astroworld. Now, listen, this comes as a surprise to not myself, and I don't think anyone. Everybody knew Travis, Live Nation, that whole set was going to have to pay like they weighed. People lost their lives through negligence. It's simple as that. Now, as to who was at fault with the negligence, we don't know. But we do know that Travis Scott settled because for whatever reason, it looks like he felt like he had some type of fault that wasn't worth fighting it out in court. Now, this has been a PR nightmare, but more than that, it has been a tragedy that everybody in the Kardashian household refuses to speak on. Kim, Khloe, Kourtney, that's my fave, but throw her in too. Kendall, Kylie, Corey, Chris, all of them, they've been speaking about what's happening on the other side of the world, their neighborhood, how they feel this and that in their lives. Kim even had Trevor Noah and D.L. Hewley trying to run witness protection against Kanye while she was texting him on the low, trying to get next season's Balenciaga. More about that later. But the fact that no one has come out in any significant or definitive way and spoken out and left a heartfelt apology to the people that lost their loved ones, their siblings, their sons, their daughters, their mothers, their fathers. I don't know. It says a lot. It says a lot that people can still go up and stand for people that refuse to acknowledge that forget about, this isn't a nameless tragedy. This is a tragedy that people accused the father of your grandkids, the father of your nieces and nephews, the maybe sometime boyfriend, lover, wannabe husband, live-in spouse of your beloved daughter, sister, stepdaughter, right? But y'all can't speak about this. Again, y'all can keep stumping, but people go hard for what they want. And sometimes what people truly believe and value, it's not just in the things that they speak out about. It's the things they stay quiet about. I'm just saying, you got a platform. Why hasn't anybody used it? But let's get into how Travis has paid allegedly he paid like Rob Wade. And you know what? Let me keep Rob. But you know what? No. Rob can even post new pictures of his kid's mom. And you ain't say two words about Asteroid. That's right. Because when it comes to the Kardashians, if it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. You're so busy launching murder, criminal podcasts and doing all this stuff and talking about free Gunna. How about you demand justice for the little kids that you know what? Let's just get into this. We talk about this on the back end. They said Travis Scott settles first asteroid lawsuit with victim's family. This is directly from TMZ, so you know it's real. They said Travis Scott is starting to put the legal fallout from the asteroid tragedy behind him. Oh, good thing. This must be really, really traumatic for Travis. I'm sorry he has to go through this. Reaching a settlement with one of the victims' family, marking the first known settlement of all the cases surrounding the deadly music festival. Attorney Tony Busby, who reps the family of Alex Acosta, tells TMZ the family settled out of court after suing Travis, Live Nation, and others. They said, remember, 21-year-old Alex died from injuries suffered at the November 21st concert. Busby previously told us Alex traveled all the way from Washington to see the Houston Festival and was a huge Travis fan. Terms of the settlement are confidential, Busby says, and the family wants people to remember Alex as a beloved son, brother, student who was also kind and loving and is greatly missed. Whew, that was heavy, y'all. Honestly, can you imagine your brother, son, a student going to a concert, saving up his money with his friends, going to a concert because you're going to go see your fave. And the next thing you know, you're literally issuing statements on TMZ about how he was kind and loving and is greatly missed. Y'all, ain't no way. Anyway, they said while Travis is done with the first of many lawsuits against him, the legal side is far from over. There were 10 people in total who passed away at Astroworld, and Travis is still dealing with lawsuits filed by others impacted by the tragic incident. Now, again, you know why this lets me know this is a Kris Jenner production, at least in my mind. TMZ ain't going to details. They didn't lay any blame. They didn't do anything but just cite the facts. And the facts are, oh my God, he's moving past the Astroworld tragedy. What tragedy did he have? And also, let me just say this to y'all, right? A lot of y'all were in my DMs being like, oh my God, why don't you let it go? Don't you know they can't say sorry for legal aspects? And to which I say, you guys, pick up a case law book. You know not what you speak of. Let me tell you a little bit about whenever there is tort. Tort is when there is injury to a person by someone that had a legal responsibility to care for you. If I'm a stranger standing on the street, and I see a car rushing down, and I watch you walk into that street, and boom, something happens to you. Can you sue me? Yeah, I could have warned you. Yeah, I could have been a nice person, but get this. I had no legal duty to care. A legal duty to care is a legally, it's a legal responsibility to care. A mother, father has a legal responsibility to care for a child. Your babysitter has a legal responsibility to care for you. The girl or guy you give your coat to at a restaurant has a legal responsibility to care for your coat that you entrusted to them in those time periods in exchange for you paying the coat process, or if the restaurant demands you check your coat. There is a legal duty to care. Duty to care can spread to a lot of things, but you understand what a duty to care is. Travis, Live Nation, the security people, by presenting this concert, had a legal duty to care for the people. Does that mean they had to throw out rose petals and make sure that like nothing happened to you? No, but legal care that a reasonable person under these circumstances would take these type of relative normal measures, right? A legal duty to care basically is a reasonable person under the circumstances would expect that if I go to a concert, I have a right to return alive back to where I was. It is a reasonable person under the circumstances would think that. Now, here's the thing about everybody saying they can't say it for legal reasons. That's 100% BS. And if Kim, she truly took her level 1 law classes, like she said, she knows this just fine. And even if she didn't, which I suspect she still don't know that much about law, their insane lawyer crew knows this. So in tort and in liability, the one thing the law wanted to make sure was that people wouldn't help people pay medical bills or extend apologies for people's pain without it being used in court. Let's just say I do something that causes your family, well, not even that. Let's just say you accuse me of doing something that causes your family great pain. And the part of me that's human wants to say, listen, from the bottom of my heart, I'm so sorry what happened to your family member. Listen, I was not to play in it, but even from that aspect, as a mother, a sister, a brother, as someone that loves in this world, I can say I'm truly sorry for your loss. Truly sorry. And if there was I'm truly sorry. And you know what? I also want to pay your medical bills. Not because I caused them, but because I'm a human and I have the money and I see another person suffering. I want to pay your medical bills. It used to be back in the day. This is way back in the day, like when people wore white wigs and spoke the Queen's English. They'd be like, aha! That's you admitting you're guilty. Got you, Your Honor. Why would they pay my medical bills if they weren't guilty? Why would they say they were sorry if they weren't guilty? The court wised up how many years ago and said, yeah, you're right. Just because someone expresses their sorrow or regret or even helps you with medical bills or does anything to alleviate your pain, trauma, financial burden, or stress that is caused from a horrific event, whether they cause it or not, that can not be used in court by the jurors or in any way to establish any motive, liability, or guilt. Which means if you ever see anybody hurt, suffering, even if they're accusing you of doing it, you can express your apologies. You can express your regret. You can pay medical bills. You can do what you can to make them whole because the law encourages that part of humanity, and it will not in any way affect your case. And before y'all be like, yeah, Will, you know what you're talking about, I will say pick up a case law book. Year 1, ask Kim if you can borrow one. Again, and I'll say it again, this is my opinion, y'all. This is an opinion page, all right? The reason the Kardashians are being silent on this is because they don't care. They don't want any of the dirt that comes from people losing their lives. They're fine to sit there and cheesing with Kanye and Travis and all those people while they're on top of the world and they got people screaming their name, right? But the minute things get real, at least with Travis, and who knows, listen, we'll wait to see what comes out in court with the evidence because whatever. But the reason they're staying quiet is because they don't care. It's all about money. And if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. And all those people that sit there and stand for a multi-billion-dollar cold-hearted corporation masquerading as a loving, oddly sexually quirky family. Yeah, y'all, I'll pray for y'all too. Anyway, congratulations on the first family settling. I hope they 100% got what they think it was worth. And I hope the rest of the families get every penny they have, because there ain't no way. And I don't care if they made them billionaires. Ain't no way that would ever replace taking away somebody I loved with all my heart off this earth. There just ain't no way. And if you feel differently, baby, I hope you're never in the position to prove me right. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments, and I will talk to you later. Bye.